Narcissists come in many disguises. It is a behavioral disorder in people who show an inflated or underinflated sense of self-importance. Individuals suffering from narcissistic tendencies have a hidden need to be liked, desired, and valued. They have a false belief that they are superior to others, and this allows them to have little to no regard for other people's feelings. This is a mask that the narcissist wears. Inside, they are fragile and secure because they are emotionally vulnerable, but on the outside, they appear to be just the opposite. Narcissists have a way of beguiling their way into our hearts. They use wit, charm, intellect, and charisma. They seem to know what we want and go out of their way to help us achieve what we need. They do this for themselves, of course. They only do for us because our happiness and praise makes them feel good. Most of the time, but not all of the time. See, no two narcissists are alike, and where some may seem to want to help you, others only just want to tear you down to size. There are narcissists whose nature is so openly mean and nasty, and that's because they are in direct competition with you. The competitive narcissist is an unlucky narcissist. These are not the so happy and go lucky types who do their best to give to us in order to please us. However, this pleasing comes with a twist. It's all a manipulative tactic. And again, this is meant to control us, just as all the antics of the narcissists are meant to do. However, with the competitive narcissist, they are only nice to a point. They are nice to us as this is what sets us off balance. It's like getting a head start in a race between two rivals. The narcissist will put your mind at ease, lead you to believe that they are someone that they are not, and then when they have you right where they want you, all bets are off. These narcissists are just as sinister as any other narcissist, but they are more open in their crude and cruel honesty because they wear their hearts on their sleeves. Now that term for us means that we are open in our affections, but with narcissists, they are open and candid with themselves as they are openly apathetic with us. Their loathing of us is openly seen as they wear that on their sleeve, and yet we mistake that for moodiness. These narcissists are not just moody. This is a behavioral problem, and it's our problem because the narcissist who is like this is known as the passive aggressive narcissist, and they have nothing to lose. They loathe you as they really don't care. Why should they hide it? If you like their antics, if you like them, then you are agreeing to their nature. So in their minds, if you agree to their nature and put up with their passive aggressive ways, well, that's your problem, not theirs. You have to find a way to deal with it because their attitude, like any other narcissist, is I'm not going to change for you or for nobody. I am the way who I am, and you are just going to have to deal with it. The competitive narcissist is a negative narcissist, and they are passive aggressive in nature. They carry a negative energy. Their attitudes are negative, and they resist attempts at true happiness by resisting it through self-sabotage. Oh, they can be agreeable to positive suggestions, but they are defiant. But they are defiant to the point of resistance. They are discouraging as they try to disparage others of any happiness. They are highly judgmental and opinionated and unreasonable. And they are just downright miserable to the core. Misery loves company. And to the negative, passive-aggressive narcissist, happiness is what they want to take away from you. They do not necessarily believe that they are undeserving of happiness. They don't want to see you more happier than they are. They don't rob you of your joy in attempts to take personal ownership of you. They literally want you to feel rotten to the core like they do. They want you to feel worse than what they feel, because that is what levels them up to assume a position of being above you. They want you to feel punished, alone, afraid, discouraged, worried, and detestable in your own skin. The negative, passive-aggressive narcissist is a thorn in his or her own backside, and they want to keep jabbing you with that same thorn over and over to infect you with their emotional toxicity, just so that they don't feel alone and so that they can feel empowered. So how do you identify a negative, passive-aggressive narcissist? That's a mouthful, isn't it? Well, negative people are negative people. They have a mantra that they recite quite well. If it's too good to be true, it usually is. Bad things always happen to me. Ho hum. They are the Eeyores of society. And they are so negative that they are unappreciative. They can't hang on to gratitude for very long. They fail to focus on the benefits of life, but instead they try to find the small, insignificant wrongs and make those into monumental proportions that cause them to stumble throughout their day. They make these things the focal point of the issue, as they're always looking a gift horse in the mouth. They use negative humor and sarcasm followed by, "Oh, I was just joking. Gosh, can't you take a joke? Why are you so sensitive? I was just kidding." They belittle one's appearance. They look down at credentials that they see in others that they don't have. They pick apart any decisions that would offer you a benefit in life. They are extremely resentful. They indirectly hurt others by giving the silent treatment. They exclude themselves from the relationship for a time. This is called stonewalling or ghosting. They thrive on drama and they create drama where there isn't any. They are often the people who say, "I don't like drama." This is an attempt to create insecurity in you and the relationship. They purposefully create a negative situation to throw you off balance. And this is what creates a trauma bond. They do this especially when you are in a celebratory environment where you have had successes or gains, or the situation is about you in some way, such as your birthday. Ever notice how a narcissist sabotages your day, such as your day of birth or your anniversary, or even a job promotion? Oh, they can't be happy and celebrate for you. They have to ruin your day and make you remember that ruined day for life. They do their best to make you miserable during the celebratory days, and all in attempts to make it about them, as now your misery commemorates with their misery. You now have a special bond on this day, and this is subsequently in years to follow. You will remember what happened on your special day, and you will forever be slighted by what they did. The passive-aggressive narcissist also blames others for their wrongdoing. They cannot take responsibility for their own actions. They overgeneralize and distort the truth to avoid responsibility. This allows them to persuade and control you. They misdirect to take the focus off of the real issue, which is themselves. They withhold resources or prevent a resolution to the conflict by evading and avoiding responsibility, by using stall tactics. Stonewalling and gaslighting are their go-to missions. They easily forget and make excuses for their behavior, but do nothing to change or resolve their behavior to avoid any sort of conflict with you in the future. They use phrases such as, well, I guess I'm just going to have to believe you. If you said I said it, I must have said it. Or they are really good at saying, I don't remember saying or doing that. Did I? Did I say it like that? How do you mean? They seem to skirt by on their lack of memory. Oh, the passive-aggressive narcissist is rigid and stubborn. This is called covert resistance. They are passively combative in efforts to find validation and authority over any task or over anyone. They do not like to be made to feel like they have to do something. When they are ready to do it, that's when they will do it. They will get it done on their own terms, on their own timing. If they do something at your request, they'll get around to it when they get around to it, because any other way, they feel like they are being controlled and manipulated by you. This is because they reject authority and compromise. They desire to only be your authority. They are the parent type in the relationship. They sabotage themselves, they sabotage their work, they sabotage relationships as they undermine by deliberately withholding or disclosing harmful information at inappropriate and opportunistic times. They obstruct communication, and they manipulate and twist situations that they know are wrong, but to alleviate their guilt, they will manipulate and twist the situations to make them seem like the hero in your eyes. An example of this might be, let's just take a relationship, for example. Maybe your boyfriend is talking to their ex-girlfriend behind your back, and they are scared that you might find out. Or to alleviate their guilt, they have to confess to you. So they may say something like, I have been talking to my ex-girlfriend. It's meaningless. She called me, and I've been talking to her for maybe about a month now because I feel sorry for her. She needs that come to Jesus moment, or she really needed somebody to talk to. I feel bad because she has no friends left. And I thought you should know because I don't want to, and I thought you should know because I really care about you and I don't want this to be a rift between us. Nothing has happened, but I need to be honest with you. This is covert manipulation in order to set you off balance and perhaps even make you jealous. In the workplace, the passive-aggressive narcissist might sabotage your work environment like this. Denny, the boss needs this article hand-copied and CC'd to the manager right away. When the boss told the individual that a handwritten copy was not to be CC'd to the manager right away. When you follow the instructions of the narcissist, it's going to make you look bad, that you can't follow simple instructions. And this is all in attempts to undermine you with the boss, or in the case of a relationship, to undermine you in the relationship and make you feel less than and unworthy. The narcissist who is passive aggressive, they seek revenge. As I said earlier in this video, they are a competitive narcissist. They seek revenge in subtle and covert ways because they are jealous. The negative passive aggression expressed through the narcissist is the only emotional factors they have to offer. And it's because they are weak in their emotional stability. They truly do feel helpless and frustrated as they are envious and spiteful. They manipulate others emotionally to help divert their attention off of their emotional turmoil by causing others to feel what they feel. They cannot level themselves up to any standards of joy or peace. And if they do, well, it's only for a time, and it's a feigned attempt that will not last very long. When they come off that joyful pedestal, their negative emotions cause them to fall lower than low. This is when they attempt to level you down to size. And be careful, as this is a word of caution, that most narcissists do have underlying behavioral or mental issues at play alongside their narcissistic tendencies. And so this is what you might be seeing and subjected to. The negative passive-aggressive narcissist often feels misunderstood. They feel cheated and they complain and criticize. They do not take responsibility for their negativity and expect other people to build them up and make them feel happy and worthy. Some even use God, as they expect that believing in God will automatically change their negative behavior. No, it won't. When the negativity persists, they will blame God and show anger and aggression towards their faith and demean and devalue God and Scripture. This is because they have a martyrdom attitude, because they are cowardly in nature. The best way to treat a passive-aggressive personality is like any other narcissist. Do not engage in their negativity and their behavior. Do not return insults with insults, and do not show emotional injury. Go gray rock. Attempt to help them and yourself with a non-expectant approach and non-emotional attitude. Present the facts when necessary, make statements, and do not make anything personal. The passive-aggressive narcissist is an emotional individual who shows signs of vulnerability in their narcissistic tendencies. They are extremely neurotic. Most clinicians do not diagnose passive aggression in narcissism, but it is, however, slowly becoming recognized as one of the many personality disorders that plague society, as this is part of the subtyping of narcissism. Like all disorders, passive aggression in the narcissistic personality disorder is most likely masked, like I mentioned, by other disorders such as anxiety disorder, depressive mood, and personality disorders. If you suspect this is someone you might be dealing with, implementing the no contact rule if you can, or remaining distant, is essential for your health and well-being. Narcissistic behaviors can be confusing if you are not used to dealing with the many subtypes of narcissism. In this video, I have shared with you a common personality type within the spectrum of narcissism called passive-aggressive narcissism. It is destructive behavior that sets you emotionally off balance. It causes you to walk on eggshells if you do not know how to properly respond to this type of behavior. I am hopeful that I have been able to give you some key points to help you to remember, to help you remain focused in your healing and true to who you are, to help you cope as best as you can so that you can enjoy life as best as you can while distancing and disentangling yourself from the would-be passive-aggressive narcissist. Have you dealt with passive aggression before? Comment down below so that others can see what it looks like, as it can be extremely dangerous. Share your thoughts and comments with us so that we can better manage ourselves and better manage our situations should we find ourselves in a similar situation. My name is Shannon Gilmore, and I am a Christian author, life coach, peer support mentor, and Udemy course creator. I help you see life from a different perspective that allows you to be the man or woman of valor God needs you to be. The time that we are living in is dictating to us now. It's never too late to start your healing journey. You are never alone, and I'm always here to support you, as I'm always an email away. So thanks for watching. Be blessed.